Hello and welcome to Government with Dr. Turner. Today we're going to explain how checks and balances work between the Congress and the executive branch. Our founders were daring and courageous men. They had seen a lot in their relatively short lives. These were men who had risen from obscurity to greatness, had declared revolution against the powerful king, had pulled off a stunning military victory over the world's greatest superpower, and had formulated political ideas to fight against the corruption of man. But one thing scared them more than anything else: the possibility of executive tyranny. Neither they nor the people they served could bear the thought of living under a powerful government ever again. That's why they created a complex set of checks and balances that would use the tendency of men to seek power to keep that very same power under control. The primary powers and responsibilities of Congress are enumerated in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. We mentioned this before in our look at federalism: 17 specific powers plus one necessary and proper clause. Congress is divided into two houses or chambers. We use the word bicameral to describe this. According to the Great Compromise that we mentioned in our look at the Constitution, states are represented equally in the Senate and proportionally in the House. Every state is represented by 2 senators, so the Senate consists of 100 senators right now. Senators originally were chosen by state legislatures, but since ratification of the 17th Amendment in 1913, they have been directly elected by the people. Even though they are now directly elected, senators are usually less connected to their constituents, partly because they serve 6-year terms. Representatives to the House have always been directly elected. The Constitution allowed for a maximum of 1 representative for every 30,000 people. Today, a population of 330 million Americans would call for a House filled with 11,000 representatives. Clearly, something had to be changed, and in 1929, Congress set the maximum size of the House at 435. In the first days of the new republic, only House members were directly elected by the people, and they served 2-year terms. They were seen as being closer to the people and most accountable to them. So the Constitution decreed that budget bills must originate in the House of Representatives. The people serve as a check on the House. Legislation must be passed by both the House and the Senate, and the bills passed must be identical. So the House and the Senate serve as a check on each other. Congress has the power to make laws, but Congress is limited by the Bill of Rights and must share power with the other branches. So even after legislation is passed, it must be signed by the President. Legislation can be vetoed by the President, and the President can also set the agenda for Congress. The President serves as a check on the Congress. Congress also serves as a check on the President. Most presidential appointees must be approved or confirmed by the Senate. Confirmation of a presidential nominee for a particular executive or judicial branch position occurs when the Senate endorses her by a simple majority vote. Congress also has the power to remove the president from office. During the constitutional process of removing a president from office, the House impeaches and the Senate holds the trial. Congress has the power to oversee the executive and the bureaucracy. This means they can make sure that the laws they pass are being faithfully executed by the president and his departments. However, oversight is often more intense when the presidency and Congress are controlled by different parties. Congress's likelihood of engaging in vigorous oversight is lower when the presidency and Congress are controlled by the same party. We've only touched on a few of the ways that each branch of government checks and balances the power of the other 2 branches. We'll discover more built-in controls as we go forward. Let's review. The primary powers and responsibilities of Congress are enumerated in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. The Congress has the power to make laws, but Congress is limited by the Bill of Rights and must share power with the other branches. Confirmation of a presidential nominee for a particular executive or judicial branch position occurs when the Senate endorses her by a simple majority vote. Congress's likelihood of engaging in vigorous oversight is lower when the presidency and Congress are controlled by the same party.